Good morning, and thanks for making ekaboom.tv part of your morning routine.
I'm Ruben, and this is Joan Romero, and today we're going to talk about the many uses of the miracle powder, baking soda.
So let's get down to business. Baking soda. So we had mentioned in our episode on being frugal how we use baking soda. I don't even remember what we mentioned.
We use it to wash our hair.
Oh yeah, we were talking about washing hair and using baking soda for your hair. And then Ruben mentioned how there are many uses for baking soda, and that would be a whole other segment. So here we are, talking about baking soda. All right, so doing a little research, I found we also talked in that same frugal episode about making beans and how great beans and rice are. If you add a little baking soda while you're soaking your beans, it will make your beans more digestible.
Interesting. Does that make you less gassy?
I think that's what that means.
I think that's what that means.
Also,
so when you soak them, you just put some in.
Yeah, I think so. I'd probably do like
We're going to have to try that.
Teaspoon. As you soak them overnight, I think would be good.
Cool.
Yeah. So we talked about using it as a shampoo, and it was also mentioned online that you can use it as a dry shampoo, which I was like, So if you don't want to use it in the shower with wet hair, you're just a little greasy on top, but you want to keep, the shine that you have down here, you can just put it in your scalp. And I was surprised because I just bought some dry shampoo at a camping store to put in our emergency kit. I was like, I could have saved that money and just put some baking soda in there.
So does it, we haven't tried this yet, but does it end up, you have like powder all throughout your head?
Well,
do you get a vacuum cleaner and just...
Depends on how short your hair is.
Oh, right, okay.
You just shake it in.
Gotcha.
Shake it out.
Okay.
I haven't tried it yet. I also mentioned in that same episode about how when you're not using shampoo, but you're using a non-shampoo method, how your brush can get gunky. Well, you can use baking soda to wash your brush. So Let's see. I think they said, so use warm water and 3 tablespoons of baking soda. I'm guessing, I don't know how much warm water. Maybe enough to fit your brush. So maybe 2 or 3 cups of warm water to 3 tablespoons. Okay. Baking soda. So I am going to have to try that because I've had a hard time cleaning out my brushes. So I'm excited. See, it's even better than I thought.
Right. And I thought the really interesting thing is when you get your baking soda is that actually on the back, they list all the things you can use baking soda for. And I don't think baking is one of them. But there's lots. They're already trying to tell you, hey, this is used for all sorts of things.
Used for cleaning, laundry, deodorizing. So I guess you just have to assume you can also use it for baking, which you can.
Called baking soda.
Other uses we've used it for in our home is making laundry detergent. There's actually also an Arm & Hammer washing soda. But one day when I started making my laundry detergent, I didn't have washing soda, and I had these big boxes. I just assumed it was washing soda, but it was baking soda. And but it's been working just fine. So we use a mixture of grated soap.
Ivory soap.
Yeah, you can use a more dense laundry soap, which is what I prefer. But again, I didn't have it the day I was making it, so I just used ivory. The washing soda and the borax. I use basically equal amounts of each. There's probably something more scientific, but I've gotten to the point where I just kind of dump it and it works.
Right. And scientifically dump.
Yes. You can also use it. We've used it, but not regularly, to make toothpaste. Our recipe included coconut oil, baking soda, some peppermint oil, which, essential oil, which you'll see in our episode about making food in your mouth, recipes in your mouth. And aloe.
Or some xylitol.
Xylitol.
If you need to sweeten it up a little bit, add some xylitol. It's actually really good for your teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can use it to help clean your teeth.
Now, we don't do that right now, but mostly because we have a toothpaste that we really love. But we won't talk about that. But anyway, I guess that's why we stopped using it.
Yeah. So it's good head to toe cleaner. Use it in your hair. You can use it as a facial cleanser, as a scrub. You can use it to scrub your feet. You can use it as a deodorant. Some things I haven't tried.
How would you use it as a deodorant? You just take a bunch and just like pat?
Pretty much.
That's
you
it?
can.
That's it?
I worry about that because normally when I would put on deodorant, it's after I'm dressed. But I'm thinking if you just had some in the bathroom, like when you're done with your shower and it's still kind of steamy and you're still kind of wet, but you're drying off, you're in that in-between phase, that might be a good time.
It's like baby powder.
Yeah. So you're not like getting it on your clothes because you don't want to like try to, you have gravity and like that wouldn't work as well. But if it's before you're dressed and you're still drying off, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I see. Maybe while you're still in the shower.
No, you don't want to be too wet.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know
but
either.
As a facial cleanser, you can actually make it a paste. You put your baking soda in water and you can make a paste and you can...
See, I don't know if I would trust my personal hygiene smell to baking soda.
Well, it's a deodorizer.
I understand that, but I like can't just get like regular deodorant. I have to have like antiperspirant deodorant,
extra strength,
which is basically aluminum, added to it to help you antiperspirant. Some people, have, there's actually studies that show that extra aluminum in your system can lead to Alzheimer's. So
maybe if you use this, and then you can use a better deodorant in combination. Then you don't have to use the extra strong stuff with aluminum. Maybe.
I'm open to giving it a try, but I just know personally that I don't want to be around me if it doesn't work.
And that's a tough thing to be, not around yourself. One thing I haven't tried, but I'm interested in trying, is an acne treatment where you mix some baking soda with some honey. And you leave it on for 15 minutes, and then you wash it off.
Sweet.
I'm interested. Yeah. Like, how well does that work? I don't know. You can also use it on insect bites.
Some of these things, people just say,
You get bit.
I think maybe just to see if you'll make a fool of yourself and try it.
Make a fool of yourself at home by yourself.
Right.
And it's not like they're saying wear this out in public.
Right.
I think they're saying this is really cool stuff and there's a lot of stuff you can do with it.
Yeah, I generally tend to believe them, but I'm just saying that there is always the possibility, before you read something online and take someone's word for it, think, are they just trying to make me make a fool of myself? I don't know. I'm skeptical like that.
Wear this box on your head next time you go to the grocery store and you'll get everything on sale.
That works. I've tried that.
Something that you might want to try is if you wipe this on your windshield.
This meaning baking soda, back to the topic. Yes.
It will repel rain off your windshield. My first thought is, how do you get it so it doesn't just make it all white and hard to see through? I don't know. Or does it dry?
Or does it
clear?
scratch your windshield?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So maybe we don't even want to try it.
I don't know.
Something else that might be
Why
fun
would
to
you?
try.
What doesn't glass itself kind of repel water?
Like keep you dry while you're inside your car?
Yes.
Yes, I would not want to drive in the rain without a windshield for sure. But sometimes it kind of bunches up and makes it hard to see, I guess. Or maybe that's what it is it's cleaning off some extra film, on your windshield so that it's slicker. It's making your windshield
closer to the glass.
It's an abrasive, but it's a gentle abrasive.
I would just worry about the abrasiveness against the glass and fogging up your windshield or something. I don't know if I'd want to try that one.
For scratchless cleaning.
That's what they say.
Scrub away stains and grease without scratching.
All right, that's what they say. Arm & Hammer says there's no scratching, and
they don't say anything
Arm &
about
Hammer never
glass.
lies.
Well, they say tile, tubs.
They do not say glass.
It doesn't say glass. All right, use that one with caution.
I'm not trying that one.
Okay. How about this? Sprinkle it around your tomato plants, so as your tomatoes grow, they are sweeter. Grow sweeter tomatoes.
See, now that one I don't know if I believe that one. What would make your tomatoes sweeter with baking soda?
It absorbs acid, maybe the acidity.
Okay.
So that's a good high school science experiment right there.
There
Grow
we go.
tomatoes with and without. Have a taste test. Can you tell which is which, and is it really sweeter? We want to know.
Yeah. There is your science fair project. You're welcome. Or your
It's
children's
don't
science fair
start
project.
the night before. That
No.
one you gotta start now, so when a science fair project presents itself, you already have all the data.
You got to start early on that. You got to think
ahead.
Think ahead a little bit.
Think outside the box. Pour this outside the box. So those are some of my tips and tricks. Some of the, I guess, more obvious ones. We all know leave an open box in your fridge. It will absorb odors. Sprinkle it on your rug to absorb odors, then vacuum it up.
So are those really tips and tricks? Because a lot of these you've never even tried.
Me?
Yes.
Well, all the ones in the beginning I have. I'm like,
Okay.
Here's the ones I use regularly. Here's the ones I sometimes use. Here's the ones I haven't tried yet, but I thought were pretty interesting, so I thought I would share.
Okay. But we can't necessarily say that's a tip but those are the many uses of baking soda. Use at your own risk. Some of them we actually have tried. Some of them we use it. We use baking soda for quite a few things.
Buy the big box.
As you can tell, we don't have the little teeny wimpy box.
Although we have
the
some of those
serious
too in
ones.
more of a generic form. We don't always use Arm & Hammer. We are not a respecter of brand.
No, we are not. But anyway, I think there's probably hundreds and hundreds of uses that people will tell you to try online.
Easy
Some
to
of them,
find online.
some of them we will probably try from doing the segment. Some of them we're already doing. We've done the toothpaste. We've done the
Laundry detergent.
Laundry detergent.
We are going to try it in our beans.
We use it in our hair. We're going to try it on our beans, definitely.
If it works well as a dry shampoo, our son will be really excited.
Uh-huh.
But I also want to try it.
Why is that?
Just go wash your hair. You look all greasy.
I just washed my hair. It still looks greasy.
But they said you can sprinkle it around your basement windows and under your sink to repel ants.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try that.
I think you can put a circle around your house with it, and it keeps out trolls too.
And you can sprinkle it in between your cracks in your sidewalk to try to prevent weeds.
Interesting.
I don't know how effective that is because the tip actually said to try to not. What did it say? To discourage poor discouraged weeds.
Discourage weeds, like weeds you don't really want to grow here. Like we're more
if
of a.
you're gonna grow, okay,
But really,
this is not a good
seriously,
neighborhood.
yeah, you don't want to. You go to my neighbor's house and root up there because they love weeds
and find all the ants that have also headed that way would you say trolls?
and trolls. But it's got to be a complete circle. If you break the circle, then they can get in. I saw it in the movie.
No one's gonna want to be our neighbors.
No. We're sending all the trolls and the ants and the weeds to your house.
Unless you come into our house and then we'll make toothpaste together and it'll be lots of fun. So that's what we got. So thanks for subscribing, liking, and sharing your comments in the comments below. Sharing your thoughts in the comments below.
Have a great day.